Hello and welcome back once again in English video, and in today's video we are going to start a new lesson from your language portion. Now this lesson is tenses. So let's start. Now you all know children that there are three main types of tenses. First is present tense, second is past tense, and third is future tense. Now in present tense we talk about those actions that take place in present time. Alright. Second is your past tense. What is past tense? Past tense is a tense which is used to talk about actions that took place in past time. And future tense is a tense which is used to talk about the actions that will take place in future. So mainly there are three tenses: present, past and future. So there are many forms of these tenses. Alright, there are more types of these tenses, but in this video, in this worksheet, we are just going to do the simple form of these tenses. It means simple present tense, simple past tense and simple future tense. So let's take these all simple tenses one by one. So first of all, we are going to learn about simple present tense, and for this first we will learn and we will see that what are the uses of simple present tense, or you can say where or in what kind of sentences we can use simple present tense. So let's see. It is used to express general truth, habit, routine or regular action. So it says that the simple present tense, whenever we are using simple present tense, it means we are talking about the general truths. It expresses general truth that cannot be changed. All right. Habit that we all are in some habit, like we read book before going to bed. Okay, this is our habit. I drink milk daily. All right. I have an apple every day. So these all are habit, or you can say these all are I have given you the example of regular actions or routine which we do. So all these sentences come in the category of simple present tense. Okay, now here you can see, for example, Diya reads lot of books. Here the example is Diya reads lot of books. Now here you can see this sentence is what this is stating. This is expressing or stating what does Diya do. Okay, she reads book. She reads a lot of books. So this is showing her habit, you can say, or the regular action. Second example is sun rises in the east. So this is a general truth which cannot be changed. Okay, this is the general truth. This is, you can say, a geographical fact, scientific facts. All these things come under the category of simple present tense. So sun rises in the east, if I can say, or the earth rotates on its axis. Okay, the star shines brightly in the sky. Moon changes its form. Okay, so these all are the examples that expresses general truth, and these general truths can't be changed. Okay, so these all sentences fall under the category of simple present tense. Next is I meet him daily. Now here I meet him daily is an example of a regular action. All right, so basically we can say that simple present tense expresses general truth. Okay, those sentences which expresses general truth, those sentences which expresses any habit of somebody or routine of something, or you can say those sentences which expresses the regular action, which shows the regular action of something, are known to be simple present tense. All right, make the use of structures of these tenses and how we can form the sentences using these structures. All right, so let's see. Now first of all, I would like to tell you one thing more about these tenses, that whenever we are making sentences using these tenses, any tense, we will make three kinds of tenses, or we can make three kind of sentences. Now first is, for example, if I say, if I am making sentence in simple present tense, so in simple present tense I will make first I will make positive sentence in simple present tense. Second, I will make negative sentence in simple present tense, and third, I can make interrogative sentence in simple present tense. So these all three kind of sentences which I will make will have a different kind of structures. Okay, so we will learn all these three kind of sentences, how we will make three kind of sentences using different kind of structures in simple present tense. All right, so let's start with the positive sentence of simple present tense. Now this is affirmative or positive. Affirmative and positive means the same thing. Okay, positive. Now here you can see I have written the structure of affirmative sentence or positive sentence in simple present tense. The structure is subject plus verb plus object. So structure means basically you should learn these structures. Okay, you should learn these structures of all these sentences, so that you can make the sentences very easily. So if you have learned these structures properly, or learned also, and you need to practice them also. So as you will practice them, as you will start making sentences using these structures, okay, as many sentences you will make using these structures, the more it will be easy for you to learn these structures as well as to make the sentences in these tenses. So this is the subject plus verb slash s plus object. Now all of you know that what is a subject. I will also give you a quick revision also. Subject is a person, place, or a thing, you can say, or subject means noun. Subject means also means noun, you can say. Okay, so subject means noun, and it can be a person, place, animal, or thing. Okay, so if in the place of subject you will keep a noun, then you will add a verb. Okay, and the verb will be in the base form, or you can say root form. Okay, no form will be changed. Verbs, you all know, all the action and doing words are verbs, and verb have mainly three forms: first form, second form, and third form. So here in the positive sentence we will be using the first form of the verb with s or without s, and this s and without s depends upon the subject that I will be telling you later on. First of all, talk about the object also. So now here the object. So object is a part of the sentence, or you can say rest of the part of the sentence, which tells more about this subject. So subject is the noun. Okay, first you will keep the subject noun here. It can be noun or a pronoun also. Okay, and then you will add a verb or any action or doing word, and s or without s, and the object. So object can be in one word also, and object can be in more than one word also. So let's see this box here. I have made this box to make it clear to you. Now if I talk about the plural subject, okay, so plural subjects can be I, you, we, they. Here I have written plural, the subjects I have taken are in pronoun. Okay, these all are in pronoun, and you can also take nouns also. So noun means, if I say I is a pronoun, you is a pronoun, we is a pronoun, they is a pronoun. So these all are in plural subject. You can keep here any person name. Okay, you can keep if you take any person name, Ram, okay, Sita, and if you want to take noun, you can plural noun, you can take children, tables, okay, trees, buildings, rivers, all right, students, teachers. These all are nouns in plural form. Okay, but here for example I have written the pronouns. So if, now let's start with the subject here. If the plural you have the plural subject, so you will write the verb here. In the second place it's verb. Okay, you will write the verb without s, and then you will write the object. Object can be one word also and more than one word also. So basically what will be the sentence now? I like ice cream. Okay, you like ice cream, we like ice cream, and they like ice cream. Now this is a sentence formed by using this structure, okay, for positive sentence. Like this is subject, then verb, then object. subject is plural, so we haven't added here s. Got it? Next point is that if the subject is singular, what then if the subject is singular? If the subject is singular, it means we are talking about he, she, it. Here you can say he we use for singular boy, she we use for singular girl, and it we use for singular things or animals. So basically these are your singular subject. You can here use the noun also, as I have told you here. So here you can add somebody's name. Okay, here you can add some girl's name, Ram, Sita, and you can here add any animal or a thing name, table or dog. Okay, so let's start. He likes ice cream, she likes ice cream, and it likes ice cream. So what is the difference between these two sentences? That the difference of s in the verb. Okay, so here you can see, if the subject is singular, we will add s to the verb here, and if the plural subject is plural, we have not added s here. So it will be in the base form. This verb is in the base form without s. Okay, for example, more example I can give you. They drink juice daily. They is a plural subject, so we haven't added s to this verb. They subject plus verb and plus juice daily is your object. They drink juice daily. Next example is for singular subject. She drinks juice daily. So here drink is added with s. Why? Because we have singular subject. So she is your subject, drinks is your verb plus s, and juice daily is your object. So basically here your formation of sentence is completed. Alright, I hope you have understood the positive sentence and its structure. Now let's move on to the negative sentences of simple present tense. Now in simple present tense, what you will add, like if you have learned the structure of the positive sentence, subject plus verb plus object. These are only 3 words that you have to learn. Okay, first just when you are starting learning the tenses, just keep these 3 words in your mind: subject plus verb plus s, and this is the simple present tense positive sentence. So in this only we will make some changes and make out other form of tenses. So like you have learned subject plus verb plus object. This is a positive in simple present tense. So when you are making negative, we will make changes in this tense only. Like plural subject and singular subject is like this only, but there we will use not. Now negative means not. Negative means not. So keep this thing in mind. Wherever we talk about negative sentences, there is a word not. 101% definitely there will be a word not in the sentences which we are talking about, that they are in negative sentence. So negative means not. A sentence containing not, it means it is a negative sentence. Okay. Now let's see the structure first. Structure of the negative sentence in simple present tense is subject plus do or does, not plus verb plus object. Now what we have done here in this simple positive structure, it was subject plus verb plus object, so we will just add do not or does not. Okay, here in the positive sentence we were just adding s and without s, verb with s and without s, and in the negative sentences what we will do, we will add do not or does not. So do not we use for plural subject and does not we use for singular subject. So basically if the subject is your plural, I do not like ice cream, you do not like ice cream, we do not like ice creams, and they do not like ice creams. So here do not we are using for plural subject. Okay, next is singular subject. If the subject is singular like he, she, it, we will use does not like ice cream. So just keep this thing in mind, the difference of do and does. Do with plural subject, does with singular subject. So, and whenever we are using do and does, we will not use s with the verb. We will add s with the verb only in positive sentences for singular subjects. All right. And when we are talking about negative sentences, because we are using do not and does not, we will not add s to the verb. So for singular subjects, he does not like ice creams, she does not like ice cream, and it does not like ice cream. For example, other examples, let's see. We do not go to the church. Okay, because we is a plural subject, so we will use do. We do not. She does not go to the church. She is a simple, she is your singular subject, so we will write does not. So do not and does not refers to the negative sentence in simple present tense. The third form of sentence, or you can say the third kind of sentence in this simple present tense, is interrogative sentence. So you can see that we are using a different type of structure in each kind of sentences. In the positive sentence, we were using a different kind of structure. In negative sentence, we changed the structure a little bit, and also in interrogative sentence, we will be changing the structure a little bit to make a sentence in interrogative form. Okay, so here also we will just make a little bit of changes in that positive sentence, you can say, or we will change not in positive, basically we will be changing the negative sentences a little bit to make it interrogative sentence. Okay, so let's see the structure. The structure of interrogative sentence is do and does plus subject plus verb plus object. So what change we have done? I am just telling you this, that we will make the changes because it will be easy for you to connect with the previous type of structure and this type of structure. Okay, so it will be you will be able to connect the structures with each other, and also it will be easy for you to keep it in mind. Now structure is do and does. Now do and does we were using in negative sentence also, but no, have you noticed one thing, that do and does here are in different position, right? So this change we will do in interrogative sentences, for making interrogative sentences from the negative sentences. So when we are making a sentence in interrogative sentence in simple present tense, the structure is do or does plus subject plus verb plus object. Now you can see, if I hide this do and does, subject plus verb plus object is the same sequence of the words which were in simple present tense positive sentence, but here in interrogative sentence do and does is also added. So what we have done, in which tense we have basically we have made the change in negative sentence. So in negative sentence we were having subject plus do not or does not. So this is your interrogative sentence, it is not your negative sentence, so we will remove not from that sentence structure. We will remove the not word from this structure, and we will just keep do and does with us. All right, but what change we will, one more change we will make in the negative sentence to make it interrogative, that we will change the position of do or does and the subject. In negative and in positive sentence, you have noticed that the subject was the first word, or you can say the subject was the first thing which we were writing in the structure or in the sentence, but here we are using do and does before the subject. So we have changed the position of do and does and the subject here. Do for plural subjects. Do I like ice creams? Do you like ice creams? Do we like ice creams? Or do they like ice creams? And if this is your interrogative sentence, that means you have to put a question mark at the end of the interrogative sentence. Rest of the positive and negative, you will put the full stop. Next is does he like ice cream? Does she like ice cream? Or does it like ice cream? So here when you are having the singular subject, he, she, it, you will use does. In interrogative sentence, negative sentences also, you are using do not and does not with accordance with singular and plural words, plural subjects. So here also you will just keep this thing in mind, that if the subject here is singular, you will use does, and if the subject here is plural, you will use do, and rest of the sentence will remain the same. Do you read newspaper? And don't forget to put question mark at the end. Does she read newspaper? And question mark. Alright, I hope you have understood this. I just want to show you that how we will make change in negative sentence to make it interrogative sentence, okay, in any of the tense. So first of all, I am going to tell you about, because we were talking about present tense, simple present tense. So let's take the structure, negative structure of simple present tense. So the negative structure is subject, okay, this is subject, plus do not or does not, plus verb plus object, full stop. Alright, this was the structure for negative. And here we will make changes to make it interrogative. What? We will remove this not, to make it interrogative we will remove not, because it is, when it is negative then only we will use not. We will, for interrogative we will remove not, we will just use do and does. And the subject, if the subject is singular, we will use does, and for the plural subject we use do. So we will just change the position of subject, and these, you can say these are helping verbs. So interrogative will be do plus subject plus verb plus object, okay, and question mark. If the subject is plural, then it will be do plus subject, and if the subject is singular, it will be does plus subject plus verb plus object and question mark. So if I make a sentence here, do for plural subject or plural subject, I will say you, sorry, I will write do, subject I will take you, do you, verb I will take write, do you write story, STOR, sorry, do you write STORIES, stories, question mark, okay. Like this I have framed the sentence. For singular sentence, does, subject I will take she, does she, verb I will take write, does she write, object I will take stories, okay. So in this way we can form the sentence, and you can write these structures and you can put the words in the place of these structures. Like subject you can write the any subject you can write in the place of this subject word, verb you can choose any of the verbs, and then object. So basically you can use these sentences structures and practice how to make sentences in these tenses. Now let's see the next tense, that is a simple past tense. Alright, so first of all we will start with the uses of simple past tense, that where we can use simple past tense or where do we use simple past tense. So simple past tense is used to express actions that took place in the past at some time and are over now. It means that if, that actions that took place in past, that happened in past, and now they are not continued, or now they are not happening right now, okay, they are over. It took place in past and it ended in the past only. So all those actions are known to be simple present tense. Next is, it is used to talk about past habit, routine and past actions. Like in simple present tense, we were talking, we talk about those actions which are in our habit, or are which are in our routine or general truths. All right. So in simple past tense also we talk about those habits, or you can say which were in past, or we talk about the past routine or the past actions. Okay, so these were the uses of simple past tense. Now let's see the tenses, or you can say the three kind of sentences we will make in simple past tense. As we made three kind of tenses, and we came to know about the three different structures in simple present tense, we will also learn in simple past tense, like positive sentence, structure for positive sentence in simple past tense, a negative sentence in simple past tense, and interrogative sentence in simple past tense. So here the structure for simple past tense is subject plus verb second plus object. Okay, so what is the structure for positive sentence in past tense? It is subject plus verb plus second. Now you can see, if you have learned the structure of simple present tense positive sentence, it is a little bit same. How? Subject, verb and object. Can you see? But one slight change which is made here is in the verb. In the simple present tense, it was verb in the first form and s or without s according to the subject. But here in the past tense, simple past tense positive sentence, we are using the second form of the verb. In simple present tense, we were using first form of the verb or main base verb, or in this sentence, simple past tense positive sentence, we are using the second form of the verb. Rest, the structure is same. Subject plus verb second plus object. So here, if the subject is plural, then also we are going to use this same structure, and if the subject is singular, then also we are going to use the same structure. Okay, now it is a good thing that in this simple past tense positive sentence, you don't need to keep this thing in mind that the subject is singular or plural as you were doing in simple present tense. Here you are just using the structure in both the subjects with plural also and singular also. So if the subject is plural, then also you are using the verb in second form, and if the subject is singular, then also you are using the verb in the second form. I walked to the shop yesterday. You walked to the shop yesterday. If the subject is singular, he walked to the shop yesterday. She walked to the shop yesterday. Alright, and if I use noun, my mother walked to the shop yesterday. Okay, if I use a subject that shows noun, plural noun, children walked to the shop yesterday. Okay, so basically the structure is subject plus verb second plus object for the positive sentence in simple past tense. For the negative sentences, we will again make a little bit of changes in this structure of positive. Alright, so what is that change we have made here is we will use did not. As I have told you earlier that negative sentence means there will be added, there will be not added in every negative sentence. So negative means not. Okay, so not we have to add for negative sentence, but what else we will add here is did. We will add did not to the negative sentence in simple past tense. Okay, in simple present tense, what we were using in negative sentences, do not and does not. Remember? So in simple present tense, we were using do not and does not according to the subject. Do with plural subject and does not with singular subject. But here in past tense, simple past tense, negative sentence, we will just use did not in both the kind of subjects. If your subject is plural, then also we will use did not, and if the subject is singular, then also we will use did not. There will be no change. I did not walk to the shop yesterday. We did not walk to the shop yesterday. They did not walk to the shop yesterday. Now here you can see I am using here did. Okay, in the structure it is did here. We are using did. So likewise we did your simple present tense for a negative sentence. With do and does we are using the first form of the verb. In the same way, when we use did in any of the sentences, all right, keep this thing in mind that whenever we use did in a sentence, whether it is a negative sentence or whether it is an interrogative sentence, in these two sentences we use did, okay, for the past tense. So if we are using did, does or do in these kind of sentences where we are using did, does or do, we will use the first form of the verbs with these kind of auxiliary verbs, or you can say these are helping verbs also. So with do, does and did, never use the second form of the verb or any other form of the verb. The verb will be in the base form with these kind of verbs. So when we are using did, the verb will be in the first form. I did not walk to the shop. He did not walk to the shop. She did not walk to the shop. Is that clear? So here you can see subject plus did not plus verb 1 plus object. This is your subject. And if you want to practice the sentence, how to make the sentence in these kind of structures, using these kind of structures, what you will do, you will keep subject. We did not, just remove plus and just add the words in the place of these structures. So your sentence will be formed. Subject, on the place of subject I have used we. Did not, same. Verb I have written no. This thing is your object. So no is the verb in the first form. He, subject singular, same. Did not. Eat is the verb in the first form and pizza is the object. So he did not eat pizza. Okay, so here interrogative sentence. Now it is a turn to learn the structure of interrogative sentence in simple past tense. Now again, what I have told you when we were doing the interrogative sentence of simple present tense, we are going to do the same thing in this past tense also. What we will do, we will make some slight changes in the negative form of this tense, in the negative form, in the structure of negative sentence of simple past tense, okay, to make it interrogative sentence. All we have to do is we have to change the position of did and the subject. So in interrogative and in positive and in negative sentences, we always use a subject at the starting of the sentence, okay. But here in the interrogative sentence, you will change the position of the subject and the helping verb. So did will come here and then subject. Did plus subject plus verb 1 plus object and question mark, because it is an interrogative sentence, so you will write question mark here. So structure is did, because in negative sentence only did was being used, so did subject plus verb in the first form, don't forget this, and also plus subject and question mark. So if I make the sentence using this structure, did will remain the same. I will remove this plus. Did subject I have used I here. Did I taste is your verb in the first form, it before question mark. Did she taste it before? And if I make a sentence in front of you, like this is the structure, I will be putting the verbs in the place words in the place of this structure. Now if I make a structure in this interrogative sentence, did subject I will use children, okay. Did children then I have to use one verb here. Think of one verb here. Did children love? Okay, did children love an object? Did children love to dance? And question mark. So here I have framed one sentence, interrogative sentence, using this structure here. So did, subject children, verb, think of one verb here. I have used love. In the first form it is love. In the first form we will not use loved, okay, because did is here. Did children love to dance? Question mark. Okay, so I hope you have understood. Okay, what you have to do, I will not make as I have done in the previous tense. I have given the rough work how we changed the negative into interrogative sentence structure. Here I have just told you that just change the position of subject and the helping verb here. Did will come in the first place here like this, then subject, then verb 1, then object, and the question mark. Now let's see the uses of simple present tense now. Simple present tense, simple future tense. The future tense is talked about the actions that will take place in future, okay, or the time which hasn't come yet, which can be future. Doesn't mean that it will be 2-3 days after 2-3 days, 5 months after 5 months. It is not like that. Future means it can happen in next moment also, okay, in within half an hour also. So future means the time which is about to come is your future. We use will or shall to express future actions. We use shall mostly to ask questions with I and we. Now just keep this thing in mind that very simple tense is your future tense. Wherever you will see this word will or shall, it means it is the sentence is talking about the future tense, okay. So will or shall are those words which are used to express the future tense in the sentence or future actions. Here shall is mostly used to ask questions and is used with I and we. Will is used with everything. Will is used with every subject. But shall, mostly we use the shall word with I and we to express the future actions. So now let's see the structure of affirmative sentence or positive sentence in simple future tense. Now, as I have told you, will and shall are the verbs, helping verbs, which shows that the sentence is in future tense. So the structure is subject plus will or shall plus verb 1 or object. Now here also we are using only the first form of the verb, okay. So for the future, will or shall. I will buy a computer next month. Now if I create a sentence in using this structure, subject is I, will buy a computer. Buy is your verb in the first form. A computer next month is your object and full stop. He is your subject. Will is your verb here, and write is your main verb or base verb in the first form. A letter is your object, okay. So this, and if I if I frame a sentence here using this structure, I will write, if I take the subject, I will take, let's say, Mohan, okay, then it's will in the structure, Mohan will. Verb I will take come. Mohan will come here tomorrow. Mohan will come here tomorrow. So come is your verb in the first form. Here tomorrow is your object. Okay, so in this way we can frame a sentence using this structure. For example, you can see now one thing more. You will use will with plural subject also and singular subject also. Here also you don't need to take care of whether the subject is singular or plural. With singular verb, with the singular subject or plural subject, with both the subjects, we use will. But if you want to use shall, you will use shall with if the subject is I or we. Okay. Next is your negative sentence. Now negative, again it means not, so you will just add not to will. Okay, will not. And the subject is singular or plural, it doesn't matter. With singular subject and with plural subject, with both the subjects, will not, will go. I will not go to the doctor tomorrow. You will not go to the doctor tomorrow. We will not go to the doctor tomorrow. If the subject is singular, then also he will not go to the doctor tomorrow. She will not go to the doctor tomorrow, and it will not go to the doctor tomorrow. Next, if I talk about the structure is subject plus will plus subject plus will not plus verb. This is your verb, this is your object. Okay, they will not. They, subject, will not. Sing is your verb in the first form, then object. It is the subject, will not break this, like this. Now let's talk about the interrogative sentence. Again, the interrogative sentence of any tense is formed by changing the structure of negative sentence of that tense. Suppose you were using not in the sentence in simple past tense. The structure was subject plus will not plus verb 1 plus object. Okay, so for interrogative sentence, what changes you will make in this structure? You will remove not first, and then you will change the second step is the change the position of will and the subject. So will be coming in the first position, and then it will be the subject, then verb 1 again, verb 1 and then object. So the for singular and plural both will go. Okay, will I go to the doctor tomorrow? Will you go to the doctor tomorrow? Will they go to the doctor tomorrow? And question mark. Subject is singular, then will he go to the doctor tomorrow? Will she go to the doctor tomorrow? And will it go to the doctor tomorrow? Go is your verb, which is in first form in future tense also, simple future tense. Alright. So subject structure again I am reading, will plus subject plus verb 1 plus object. So these were your simple tenses and the different kind of structures for framing sentences in three kind of sentences we have learned. There are three tenses: simple present tense, simple past tense, and simple tenses. Okay, and each tense we make three kind of tenses using different three kind of structures. First is in positive structure, negative structure, or interrogative structure. These all structures are made by changing a little bit in each other. Okay, so let's talk about the verb form. In simple present tense, if you are making the sentence in positive form, the verb you will use will be in the first form and with s or without s according to the subject. Okay, in negative sentence, the verb will remain in the first form without s. Okay, it will remain only the base form. In the interrogative sentence also you will use the verb in the first form in simple present tense. Okay, if we talk about the verb forms in simple past tense, in simple past positive sentence you will use the second form of the verb. Okay, but in negative and interrogative sentences of simple past tense you will use again the first form of the verb, because in negative sentences in past tense we are using did not and did. In negative we use did not, so the verb form we will use the first. Okay, and in interrogative sentence again of in simple past tense we are using did, so the verb will be in the first form. Now the verb used in future tense. In future tense the verb is used in the first form in all the three sentences, whether it is a positive, negative or interrogative sentence. In simple future tense the verb form will not change in any way. Neither it will change according to the subject, nor it will change according to the helping verb you use, like in simple present tense and simple past tense. Okay, so it will be in the first form only in simple future tense. All right, so